Yo, what's good, YouTube? Reese Rich here. Okay, so today, this is going to be my first iteration of a series I'm calling Custom Creations, where I show off all my custom figures. I've been customizing for about 7 months now, and I have to say, it's really made collecting more fun because rather than just seeing the figure and putting it on the shelf, I actually get to see what ways I can improve on them. And even if I don't like the figure, I can take it and make something I do like with it. But for the first episode of the series, we're going to be starting off with my custom Justice League Gods and Monsters Batman. Now, as you can see, I have this photo here if you can see. This is the, I believe, DC Collectibles version. So, backstory is I was scrolling on eBay looking for fodder parts. I was just bored, and I came across someone selling their custom. I looked at it, I'm like, this is cool. Because I'd seen the Kurt Linkstrom Batman before, and I liked the design. So I looked over at my shelf, and I noticed I had similar parts. So I figured, why not? So before I show you the final result, let me show you this picture again. So you got that. And now let me show you my custom. My custom Justice League Gods and Monsters Batman here. You can see the matching stripes on the side, the matching triangle belt, matching cuffs, matching obviously the white line down the center, and then the catching red eyes. So I'll put him there. So throughout this process, I really kind of like how this custom went. It wasn't really too hard or anything since I already had the parts. The only part I had to order was the Dawnbreaker figure to use the head. I actually like this figure enough with the head that I was considering ordering just another one just to have it on my Batman shelf. I might do that down the line, but this body, I don't know what to use it for yet, but I think this is really good fodder. So I'll place this, if I can get him to stand right there, next to Kirk Linkstrom. Now let's get into the parts we used. Obviously, first, most catching, it was the Dawnbreaker head. Next, to get the desired leg effects, I used the legs from the New 52 Robin figure. I've been working on a Red Robin custom for a while because personally I prefer the version where he has the cowl and the cape rather than the domino mask and the wings. So as I was looking over him and tearing him apart, I noticed, hey, the Kurt Linkstrom design has these two white lines on the side, and Red Robin on his original legs had the two squares but in red, and some red up here at the thighs and on the knee pads. So what I did was I cut off the knee pads, smoothed the knees out if you can see that, painted them in black, took the top of the thigh, painted that black, and took the thigh squares and painted them gray. So then after doing that, I still had the Jim Gordon Batman legs left over, which was the base for this body. So then I took those and swapped them over here. Simple swap, sleek all the way black down. All I had to do was swap the ankle cuffs and the feet on, and it fits perfectly because they seem to be based off the same body. And then, as I said, the torso, arms, hands, and feet are from the original Jim Gordon Batman Endgame figure. I hadn't had to do any painting since it came in all black anyway. Besides painting over the Jim Gordon Batman shoulder emblem, and obviously I had to pre-paint the chest black before I did the gray. So now, and for the trunks actually came from the Nightwing figure, probably the last recent Titans wave. Put them in here. So as you can see, the Nightwing trunks, these are the Jim Gordon Batman trunks, and the story was that this Nightwing originally came with those trunks, but they, for whatever reason, had triangle indentations on them. And I didn't really like that, but I just ignored it because I didn't have anything to replace it with. But then I noticed, as I was thinking of a way to get the desired triangle design, what I noticed was Nightwing had it. So I heated them up, swapped the trunks, gave him the flat black, which I thought he should have always had, and then used the triangle trunks on him. The lines you can see below the square are actually where the triangle was. I had to just paint everything on top of that. It wasn't really too hard, I just had to follow the lines. But yeah, that's it for all the pieces that went into this figure. And give me a second, I'll show you everything I used to paint it. Alright, so here we are back with Gods and Monsters Batman Center Stage. Now, what I used to paint him wasn't anything fancy or anything. I normally use Vallejo paints for most of my time customizing, but recently I ran out. And I was at the store, and I remembered Apple Barrel has matte paint, so I figured let me go there and get some. Really cheap, I think 58 cents each. I got 5 bottles for less than the price of one Vallejo bottle. They work well in spots, but I will say Vallejo does, with the way I seal it, it finishes better. But first, to get the desired granite gray effect, I use this granite gray paint from Apple Barrel Matte. I will say it does go on a little bit flaky. Not the flattest, but once you really work at it and just try to smooth it out, and weirdly enough, when I sealed it with Mod Podge, it actually flattened itself out a bit. Next, we have just simple Apple Barrel Matte Black. Nothing fancy, just to line up the lines after I used the painter's tape. It was a little scraggly, so I had to straighten that up. So I have 2 brands of paints, Mod Podge and painter's tape, and just first primed it with simple Vallejo black primer. But yeah, overall, really love this custom. With some of them I do, it's not my most endearing characters, but weirdly enough, I find out that the characters I know the least about come out the best. Like some future customs I can't wait to show you guys. But yeah, that's going to be it for my first episode of Custom Creations. This is Reese Rich. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share the video, and thank you for watching.